In this step, we're going to finish our frog. We need to sew up the little gap that we left to stuff the frog. So we are going to push the stuffing away as much as possible from the edge. And we want to squish the two layers together. I'm going to take a safety pin and just pin that so that I can use a whip stitch to close up that gap that we left. This is a part where if you are a younger sewer doing this project, you might need to have some adult help depending on age and finger strength, because this can require some finger strength to get that pin in place. You want to make sure the pin is below the line of guideline stitches so that your whip stitches don't get tangled up with the pin. And you're ready to stitch that opening closed. You want to stitch that just like you stitched the whip stitches to attach the body front and back pieces together. I'm going to go ahead and start by stitching through my last stitch up between the two pieces of fabric. I'll put my pin and then I'll just stick it right into the place where that last stitch came out. I'm going to push my little tail in between the two pieces of fabric so you can't see it. And then I will just swing it around and I will put my needle right into the next stitch in the guideline and just continue working the whip stitch right along that line to close up that hole. You want to just take your time and make sure that that edge stays lined up while you're making your stitches so that the body front and body back pieces are aligned, and also that you don't stitch your safety pin into your whip stitches. That can be really easy to do depending on how close your safety pin is to the edge. And go ahead and continue those whip stitches, just following that guideline along just as you did whenever you were sewing the two pieces together before it was stuffed. I'm going to go ahead and watch what's happening on the front and the back because I want to keep my stitches coming out the back at about the same point that they're going in the front. So I want my stitches to stay even on the front and the back. It's good to check in on both sides. I'm approaching the end. When I reach the end where the old stitches began, I'm going to go ahead and I will make an ending knot just like I did before whenever I was working my stitches along the outer line of the body. I'm going to go ahead and push my needle in to close up that gap. I'm going to add one more stitch because it does seem to be puckering out there still a little bit. Now I'm going to make a knot, so I'll just push my needle through as if I'm going to make a stitch. And then I'm going to make a little loop at the top, put my needle through once, twice, pull it tight. And I am actually going to make a second knot because this needs to be secured extra well. And I push my needle through as if to make a stitch, leave a loop, push my needle through once, twice, pull it tight. Oh, I think I lost my loop. I think I pushed my needle through once one way and once the other way. You have to push it through the same way twice. Okay, and I'll take that tail and I'm just going to push it into the fabric. That way I'm hiding my tail of thread in between the two layers of fabric. Need to adjust my stitch out there a little bit. Pull that tight. Now if I tug on that just a little bit whenever I clip it off, the thread should just kind of pull back into the fabric and hide itself inside of the stuffing. I'm not sure what happened. So once I get done with that line of stitches, I need to remove my safety pin. Then I'm just going to kind of squish the batting, the stuffing back into the place where it was before I pushed it out of the way of the safety pin, and just kind of shape and squish him back to where I want him to be. And there you go. You've finished your frog.